Hey guys, it's Tom and Audrey, and today we're gonna make homemade pizzas in under an hour.
Yes, we are.
Okay, so we're gonna make a fresh pesto. We're just using stuff that we had around the house. It's not your traditional pesto. We got some spinach, we got some Parmesan, we got some walnuts, mixed cheese. It's cheddar and mozzarella, and some garlic oil. So we're gonna do this one in a food processor. If you don't have a food processor, you can do it with like maybe a mortar and pestle. Pretty cheap options for you. But I mean, really, you can make a pesto out of anything. You need greens, nuts, and cheese, and garlic, basically. I'm just using stuff that's gonna go bad. So first we're gonna add the spinach. It looks like a lot of spinach, but it's gonna break down. Don't let the kids use this, because you end up chopping your finger off.
Yeah, when you want to cook, you had to ask a grown-up for help.
That's right. Here's Parmesan cheese. You want to put some of this cheese in here? Yeah. You don't have to follow any exact rules when you're making this. Like, I have some garlic oil right here. I'm just gonna drizzle some of that in there. You can use a food processor, or you can even use a blender. If you're using a blender though, you need to make sure that you add a little water to it just to help it get started. Yeah, add some salt.
I didn't know we had salt.
Of course we have salt.
Now we're gonna turn it on.
So you just want to mix it up until it's a nice, like, consistent texture. This right here, it looks like it can go a little bit longer. I'm gonna scrape the sides down. Add a little bit more oil. You eating all my cheese over there?
Yeah, I'm too hungry.
Yeah. Hey, you want to taste this with me? What do you think?
Good.
I think it's good too. So yeah, the texture you can see, your typical pesto. So the dough is going to be quick and easy. It can be made in about 20 minutes. So we're going to make the dough. We're going to make the dough in a mixer with a dough hook. Give me 2 scoops of water in there. 2 big scoops of water. Put that in there.
Wait, what I'm putting in is yeast?
Yep, that's the yeast. Put it in there. Go ahead and put that sugar in. It's about 2 teaspoons of sugar. So what we have there is 2 cups of warm water, 2 packages of yeast, and 2 teaspoons of sugar. The water can be slightly above body temperature. So we're gonna let that sit for about 10 minutes. Okay, it's been over 10 minutes. We got a little sidetracked, but you can see that it looks a lot bubblier. Okay, Audrey, so now we can start adding everything else. That's 2 teaspoons of salt.
Pour it in.
Yeah, just dump it in there, Audrey.
Is what is in here red flour?
Yep. Put 4 scoops in.
But this is red flour.
Yep.
Wait, is that red flour?
Yeah, that's bread flour.
Red.
Bread?
Red.
Yeah, it's flour that you make bread out of. Yep, perfect.
This whole scoop. Sorry, I got distracted here. I was thinking about someone with green hair.
Someone with green hair? Who? Who are you thinking about?
I don't know his name. I just saw him.
Okay, let's do 1 more scoop. Okay, I think that's good.
Now put this in.
So we got the yeast, the sugar, the water, the bread flour, the salt, and then we need to add some olive oil. Yeah, hold that up for me. Okay, put that in there.
And guys, you had to steady.
Yep, nice and steady. Okay, so we are going to mix it until it's smooth. Oh, gotta raise the arm up. Raise the arm up. There we go.
Now turn it on. You can kind of look in there, but don't not put your finger in there. It'll cut your finger off.
True. So yeah, it's starting to clump up a bit.
Ooh, that's getting clean, mister.
Okay, let's see what that looks like. So I forgot to add rosemary to the pizza dough, which you should probably do before you start mixing it. But I'm gonna do it right now. Where did we get this rosemary from?
From our garden?
Yeah, it's pretty nice, huh? So what I'm gonna do, and also, since I have this right here, I'm just gonna add a little bit of this garlic oil to it. Give it a little extra oomph. We're gonna let it rest for about 5 minutes.
What are you doing to the dough, Dad?
If y'all have never seen how to cut a pineapple before, we're gonna do it. First I cut off the top and the bottom, and then you make a hat. And I just kind of go along the outside. See, I'm kind of doing a little bit, turning it, doing a little bit, turning it, just shaving the outside. And I think that looks about right there. So I trim the outside off and then I cut it down the middle. And so what I'm gonna do is cut it again and I'll cut the core out. So since this is going on pizza, we're gonna wanna do it really thin, right? And clearly we're not gonna need all this pineapple for just the pizza. So we'll probably only need like one of these pieces. And fresh pineapple tastes way better than canned pineapple or frozen. Okay, so the dough's looking pretty good right there. What do you think, Audrey?
Good.
Mm-hmm. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna cook this pizza on sheet trays, and we're gonna use this can to help roll it out like a little rolling pin. It's a can of garbanzo beans. Make sure you wash the can. So we're gonna dust the sheet pans a little bit with flour to help it sticking. I'm gonna take the dough out and I'm gonna cut it in half. So we're using cans. This one's a garbanzo bean, and this one's black bean. I took the label off and I washed it. I'm making a little label to make sure I know what it is for the future. We have the oven preheated to 450 right now. What I would do is just kind of smush it down first, and we're gonna roll it out. You'd also do a technique where you do it kind of like this.
Oh,
This is how usually we'll do it. You kind of let the gravity do the work. You just kind of go around the very edge with your hand, and you let the gravity kind of stretch it.
Sometimes when it isn't the right way, you can just flip it over, like I just did.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I just did that.
You don't want to work it too much.
Yeah.
Okay, you want me to help you?
Daddy's in charge of me right now. You're making mine like this?
Trying to. I mean, they're not perfect pizzas, but no pizza's bad pizza. Unless it is.
A pizza is a pizza, right?
Well, there's really good pizza, and then there's just pizza, and then there's bad pizza. But if you made it, it's usually pretty good. So you can see like there's a little thin spot right here. It's almost see-through. That's fine. Don't worry about it. So you want to get it as thin as you possibly can. Otherwise it's going to be chewy. I mean, not the good kind of chewy either, but just kind of chewy.
Making mine like this?
Yeah, that looks pretty good. What do you think?
Good.
Looks better than mine. A little bit. You just need to get it nice and thin.
Yeah.
Thin to win. Oh, the oven's ready. So what I want to do is I want to kind of pre-cook it a little bit. It just helps it come off.
Yeah, and what I like to do when we're done with the dough, I like to put the toppings on and then cook it. Daddy, I was kind of scared
It's okay.
to put the pizza in the oven.
You want little mushrooms on your pizza?
Mm-hmm.
All right. You like the black olives or the green olives?
The black. I like the black olives. What's that?
It's fresh mozzarella. I think we're good. Okay, Audrey. These are gonna be very hot, so don't touch them, okay?
This one looks cool.
Okay, hot. You can cook out the crust ahead of time like we did. The benefit of that is you don't have to worry about the crust being raw. And then also you can pre-make a bunch of crusts and then like freeze them and pull them out whenever you want. And it cuts down the time of making pizzas even more. So we're gonna spread the pesto on, spread that flavor.
Don't you think that you love the color green? It's just one color green.
You have a really beautiful singing voice. I like to spread the pesto all the way to the very edge, even on the crust. That just makes your crust like that much better, you know? Some people don't like to eat crust, but when you spread the pesto to the edge, then it's delicious. Okay. So I'm gonna put a little olives on mine, both kinds. I got black and green. I'm gonna put some spinach on mine as well. So I like to put my cheese on the very top. Like my shredded cheese. I got the mozzarella on the bottom, but I'm gonna put my shredded cheese on the very top.
Then I'm gonna put on the pineapples.
Now you don't wanna load your pizza up too much, otherwise it'll be unmanageable when you try to eat it.
Well,
But you only live once, right? I like to get all my ingredients to the very edge as well. You don't want too much crust either. I mean, on the very edge, you don't want like a bunch of crust, you know, you want your ingredients to go all the way to the edge so you get that good taste to the very last bite. I'm gonna sprinkle a little bit of this garlic oil on there. Just drizzle a little bit of that on there. And a little honey too.
honey?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I want honey.
All done? Okay. You want garlic oil? Do it like that. Okay.
What are you putting mine in there? That one's mine.
Oh man, that looks good.
This is yummy.
Look at those pies.
They're not pies, they're pizzas.